All right, guys. Looking at ensemble support for, I'll start with the GFS since that's the big deal. This is the this is the 18Z for. Let me go a little bigger here. Go back. So this little wave coming through. I mean, Cody, that might get you some snow right there. I mean, it's very possible. I mean, you look at the 18Z GFS. I mean, 18Z European, and there's nothing there. I mean, but except a weak wave with some rain to the south of the boundary. Um, so that gets out, and we get through the end of the week. We'll get through the weekend. Well, here's a wave coming through on the first. Okay, there's a second wave, and Cody, I think you had talked about two waves. Um, we've seen this so many times this winter already, but what it does here on the 12Z, on the 18Z, I think it's a little different with it's diving down. I mean, and gets, well, I think if I remember, it's not, now I think it's not that different. So that's the 18Z, 12Z, pretty much the same. So that's that. Then there's a weak wave there on the fourth, and then we get into, so we get the ridge popping back east. The fifth come through, and the ninth front's coming. There's the front. See the height lines dip, 540 line drops. Another one that goes back. I just ran out the end of the run. So this per the GFS 18Z. So there's that little skiff tomorrow. 12Z, a little more expansive. Definitely shrunk a little bit there. Then here comes the system for Monday. I'll get the sim. 10 p.m. Sunday night, 4 a.m., 7 a.m. So this is going to be a problem for schools up here for sure, West Virginia. 10 a.m., 1 p.m. And then, I mean, it gets down to you, Matt. I mean, that's going to be some sleet, freezing rain, maybe. You look at the 24 hour. Comes in, and you could see where it like cuts off and where the line, where the system's diving south in the snowfall totals. That's a 24 hour 10 to 1. 24 hour Cooch is a little bit more aggressive I mean, look at the. So we're looking at our 108. I'm gonna look see what type of dew point we're talking about. Dew points in the single digits in parts of PA, teens, low 20s across the region. Run that out and stay, and then we end up with, well, I mean, we dip dew points in the single digits minus negative dew points there at 1 a.m. on the 3rd. Surface temps. Go back to 108. Low 20s and low to mid 20s in southern PA. You can see it cooling. I mean, bam. Monday, March 2nd. Single digits. Apparent temps below 0 across southern PA. At 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. And really doesn't moderate too much. I mean, you could see the 50s and 60s trying to push back up, and there, March 6th at 1 p.m. So we're in the low, supposed to be in the low 60s. Well, that's apparent temps. Yeah, low 60s. Wow. March 7th, 1 p.m. Matt, yep, you're damn near 80. Cody, you're in the low 70s. 50s are fighting back. Maybe mid 50s for me. Maybe 60. But you can see the cold air coming, feeding back in. Bam! Oh my God! What the heck? What was that? Holy crap! Tuesday, March 10th at 2 p.m. We're talking mid to upper 70s, 80s in Virginia. You got to be shitting me. Oh my goodness. But we'll go to that. Okay, look at that. I'm going to go out North American view. Let's see what the 500 looks like. Here it comes. Here it comes. Boom. And I think the evolution of this is going to be different. That's the run-to-run change. I don't buy that. Not off of what the 12Z was showing. Yeah, that's the end of the 12Z. That's the end of the 18Z. I do not buy that, because if you look at the end of the 12Z GFS hour 384 on Friday the 13th, and you look at the 12Z GFS at hour 360, I mean, that's pretty well locked up. I mean, do a comparison here. So hour 360, hour 360. Subtle differences. I mean, the ridge on the GFS is a little further east, towards the West Coast. But yeah, I don't buy this difference. Hour 354 here It looks like, I mean, then the ridge completely pulls back. I do not buy that. And then again, hour 384. I mean, the 12Z and 12Z GFS, 12Z Euro, 12Z Euro is pretty much in lockstep, just a little adjustment. And I want to see what the Euro AI looks like. And Euro AI at 18Z is looking good. The AI Jeffs, that's wanting to drop the trough in the West. The bias. When you look at the ensembles, 12Z. I don't know. Look at probabilities. $12Z Euro. $12Z Jeffs. 18Z Jeffs is not out far enough. Shits and giggles Canadian. Canadians kind of seeing the same thing. I think there's going to be more blocking. You look at the European at 12Z. Well, yeah, there's more block. That's the run-to-run change. There's more blocking building in. WPO is going negative. EPO is going to be negative. Cold air is going to push. AO is going to tank. 18Z, the 18Z Jeffs. Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't like the look of that 18Z Jeffs. Not because I don't want to see it, just because it was so in lockstep with the European at 12Z. And then here's the 12Z blocking, building back in, ridge building in towards the West Coast, EPO's negative, PNA's pushing positive, neutral positive, troughs coming in. Once this that'll push that positive up to Greenland. And again, this is look at that energy. This is hour 384 on the 13th. Look at that energy. Look at that ridge coming up, diving in, blocks building back in. Gonna be in business, fellas.